What happens when you lose your job, get sick, or have an expensive, unforeseen expense? How do you stay afloat financially? Do you go into more debt, or is there another option? 2 words: emergency fund. And this video is all about it and how you can use my budget setting tool to calculate exactly how much you should have saved. To receive your own copy of my tool, subscribe to my email list found on my website, millsknowsbills.com. And to make sure you don't miss out on any future videos about practical budget setting tips, information from experts, or other personal finance help, subscribe to my YouTube channel here. New videos will be posted every Tuesday, and trust me, you don't want to miss out. Normally around this time, I reference Investopedia.com for a concise definition of the video's main topic. However, this time, I'd actually like to use it to explain why emergency funds are so important. The purpose of the fund is to improve financial security by creating a safety net of cash or other highly liquid assets that can be used to meet emergency expenses, as well as reduce the need to draw from high interest debt options, such as credit cards, unsecured loans, or potentially undermine your future security by tapping into your retirement funds. Honestly, that's quite a mouthful, so I'm going to break it down into pieces for you. An emergency fund is really just another way to say savings, and most people place this money or cash into a savings account. Emergency expenses are any type of unforeseen expense or life-altering situation that you can't cover with your normal day-to-day budgeted spending. So in these situations, how are you supposed to handle your finances when it feels like everything else is falling apart? You want to tap into that emergency fund that you've established for times like these rather than being forced to rely on more debt. What are you trying to or need to save for in case it comes up in the future unexpectedly? Leave your answer below. You'd be surprised how many people have similar answers to your own. If by this point in the video you're wondering, yeah, this is all great, get on with it. Tell me the magic number. Tell me how much I need to have saved. I wish I could tell you it was that simple. And I wish it was the same dollar amount for everyone. But it's not. It's not a one size fits all. So how can you know exactly how much you need to have saved? We're going to go through that together right now. All right, we're back to Tom and Carrie. So we're going to scroll down on the sheet and we are going to get down to the emergency fund section. This is the first portion underneath the goals information. So a little bit more insight. An emergency fund is a savings bucket set aside for a rainy day for things that insurance doesn't cover. This should be 3 to 9 months worth of your monthly living expenses plus debt. And you want to place a number between 3 to 9 in the box below to indicate how many months of living expenses you'd like to have set aside. So in other words, you're going to place a number 3 to 9 months based off of how conservative you are of how much money you think you need to have saved. So for example, if I put a 3 in here, $6,525 is 3 months worth of Tom and Carrie's monthly living and debt expenses. So it does not include anything that's included in discretionary income, but it includes everything such as gas, groceries, rent, car payments, anything that they have placed in the living expenses or debt information above. Now, say Tom and Carrie are actually really conservative and they would rather have 9 months worth. Go ahead and change that to a 9. And this tells them that they need to have $19,575 saved. Now, if you are wondering, well, how do I know if I'm conservative or not? How do I know if I need 3 months, 6 months, or 9 months worth of my monthly expenses? A good rule of thumb that I like to live by is if I were to lose my job or if my husband were to lose his job, how long would it take us to get back on our feet? And for us, we've kind of figured out it's going to be about 4 to 5 months. So we actually have 5 months of an emergency fund saved up personally. That's just our number. Put your number in there. And then lastly, you want to make sure you go over to the budget template and allocate how much you're going to put aside monthly from your discretionary income to make sure that you can save for this each month. I hope this answered your questions and helped you calculate your magic number. If you've watched this video and you don't have my free budget setting tool yet, subscribe to my email list found on my website, millsknowsbills.com, and get your very own copy. And lastly, if you learned something new, please like the video below. To make sure you don't miss out on any future videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell icon so you're notified every time a new video is posted. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.